You've been working hard, cutting calories, and maybe even exercising daily, but the stubborn belly fat just won't budge. It's frustrating, isn't it? You're following all the rules, eating right, exercising consistently, but despite all your efforts, that belly fat just hangs on. It feels like no matter what you do, it's as though your body is holding on to it for dear life. You might have tried everything: strict diets, grueling workouts, and even those trendy fat-burning supplements, but yet that stubborn belly fat still persists, taunting you with every glance in the mirror. So why is it that no matter how much you work on it, the belly fat seems impossible to get rid of? Does that sound familiar? Maybe you've done everything from cutting calories, trying different workout routines, or following the latest diet trends, yet that belly fat just won't go away. The weight on your abdomen refuses to budge, and no matter how much you cut back or exercise, the fat just seems to stick around. But why is this happening? What's going on with your body? Why does belly fat seem to be the hardest to get rid of? That's exactly what we're going to break down in today's video. We're going to dive deep into the science behind stubborn belly fat and give you proven, actionable strategies to finally tackle it once and for all. No gimmicks, no quick fixes, just science-backed, effective solutions that you can start using today. Stick with me until the end, because by the time we're done, you'll not only understand why that belly fat is sticking around, but you'll also know exactly how to beat it. First things first, why is belly fat so stubborn? When it comes to fat loss, belly fat is often considered the most difficult to lose. But the truth is, it's not just about appearance, it's about your overall health. Belly fat isn't just a nuisance, it's a health risk, and understanding why it's so persistent can help you address it more effectively. There are two types of fat that contribute to what we call belly fat: subcutaneous fat and visceral fat. Subcutaneous fat is the fat you can physically pinch on your abdomen. It's the fat that sits just under your skin and is the visible, squishy fat that you see when you look in the mirror. While this type of fat can be frustrating and make you self-conscious, it's not as dangerous as the other type. The real culprit is visceral fat, the type that wraps around your internal organs, like your liver, pancreas, and intestines. This fat is metabolically active, which means it doesn't just sit there and do nothing. It actively releases hormones and chemicals that influence your metabolism and cause inflammation. Visceral fat is directly linked to a higher risk of chronic conditions like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even some cancers. So, while subcutaneous fat may be more of an aesthetic concern, visceral fat is the serious health threat. And that's why belly fat can be so tough to lose. It's not just about looks, it's about the function of your organs and your overall well-being. But why does our body store fat around the belly in the first place? The accumulation of belly fat has a lot to do with hormones. Your hormones determine where fat is stored in your body, and understanding how they work can help you manage it more effectively. One of the most important hormones in belly fat storage is cortisol, also known as the stress hormone. Cortisol is released in response to stress, but it doesn't just make you feel anxious or overwhelmed. It directly affects how your body stores fat. When you experience chronic stress, your cortisol levels remain elevated, signaling your body to store more fat, particularly in the abdominal area. Your body essentially sees stress as a signal to conserve energy for survival, and it begins to store fat, especially around the belly, which it associates with protecting vital organs. This is why managing stress is so critical when it comes to losing belly fat. Not only does chronic stress lead to fat storage, but it can also increase cravings for high-calorie, unhealthy foods like sugary snacks and processed junk food. This leads to a vicious cycle, where stress leads to more fat storage, which leads to more stress, and so on. Reducing stress isn't just a feel-good activity. It's a crucial part of your strategy to lose that stubborn belly fat. Now, let's talk about diet, one of the biggest factors when it comes to belly fat. If you're serious about losing belly fat, diet plays a crucial role in the process. But how do you know if your diet is truly working? You've probably heard the calories in, calories out mantra, but does it really apply when it comes to stubborn belly fat? Here's the thing. Calories do matter, but the type of food you eat can either accelerate or slow down your fat loss process. When you eat foods high in refined carbs, like white bread, pasta, and sugary snacks, your blood sugar spikes. This triggers a rise in insulin levels, and your body starts to store fat, particularly around your belly. Essentially, your body is holding on to the excess energy you're consuming rather than burning it off. But the good news is you don't have to completely eliminate carbs. You just need to choose better quality carbs. Instead of refined carbs, focus on complex carbohydrates like whole grains, quinoa, oats, brown rice, vegetables, and fruits. These foods release energy slowly, keeping your blood sugar stable and helping you feel fuller for longer, which ultimately reduces fat storage. And don't forget about protein. Protein plays a crucial role in boosting your metabolism and reducing hunger. It helps you feel satisfied after meals, which can naturally reduce your overall calorie intake. A high-protein diet helps preserve lean muscle mass while encouraging fat loss, so your diet should be rich in whole, nutrient-dense foods. Lean proteins, chicken, turkey, fish, tofu, healthy fats, avocados, nuts, olive oil, and complex carbs, sweet potatoes, whole grains, leafy greens. What about exercise? Cardio or strength training? Which one is better for belly fat? It's a common belief that cardio is the best way to burn belly fat. After all, it makes sense, right? The more calories you burn, the more fat you lose. But what does the science say? While cardio certainly has its benefits, strength training has been shown to play an even more important role in losing belly fat. Yes, cardio helps burn calories, but it's strength training that helps build lean muscle mass. The more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism will be, meaning you'll burn more calories even when you're at rest. Strength training also targets visceral fat, the dangerous fat around your organs, more effectively. The more muscle you build, the more fat you'll burn, particularly around your abdomen. Incorporating weight training into your routine 2 to 3 times a week is one of the most effective ways to lose stubborn belly fat. Focus on compound exercises like squats, lunges, deadlifts, and push-ups that engage multiple muscle groups at once. These exercises will help boost your metabolism and accelerate fat loss. What about sleep and stress levels? You could be eating well and exercising regularly, but what about sleep and stress? These are two crucial factors that often get overlooked in the fat loss process. Lack of sleep is actually a major factor in belly fat accumulation. When you don't get enough sleep, your cortisol levels rise, leading to more fat storage in your midsection. Lack of sleep also disrupts your hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin, making you feel hungrier and more likely to reach for unhealthy foods. To combat this, aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. Create a sleep-friendly environment by keeping your room cool, dark, and free from distractions like electronics. And remember, stress management is just as important as diet and exercise. Chronic stress keeps cortisol levels elevated, which can reverse all your fat loss efforts. Incorporating relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or yoga into your routine can help reduce stress and lower cortisol levels, making fat loss more efficient. So here's the truth. Getting rid of stubborn belly fat isn't about quick fixes or magic pills. It's about implementing science-backed strategies like reducing stress, managing your diet. Building muscle through strength training. Getting enough sleep. Consistency is key. The more you stick to these principles, the more success you'll see in your journey to lose belly fat. What's been the hardest part for you when trying to lose belly fat? Is it stress, diet, exercise, or something else? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more evidence-based tips on living a healthier, stronger life.